Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. It is me, Kevin Aguilar. Welcome to my show. We've kind of shortened things down, making things a little quicker and easier for myself. It's now quite simply the Kevin Show, because that's kind of the feedback we've got from you guys. So lots of exciting things are happening. I want to continue to say thank you, every single one of you guys, for your continued support and coming over to my website. As you know, it is your one-stop shop for all things Kevin Aguilar. I mean, I do a whole lot more than just this show. And if you want to find out more of what I'm up to, then you go to my website. And so that is the place to go for information. Speaking of information, you know, sometimes we have a special show. You see, I've got a little bit different set this time because we've got a little bit different show for you guys tonight. I don't know about you guys, but I want to know, you know, hey, hello, what's shaking? And I'm talking about last Sunday night. Me personally, I was so excited. I was finally about to start watching, I think, the Game of Thrones. I'm just getting it all ready. Next thing I know, oh, and I'm like, what was that? So yeah, there was a small minor earthquake, very, very minor. I think it was 3 point something. It was in Sherwood. A lot of people didn't feel it, but it was a good indicator of what could come. And it's not like we haven't seen some earthquakes recently in the past 60 days in Southern California and Central America, South America, etc. So that is what we're going to be talking about tonight. Not earthquakes, mind you, but being prepared for a disaster, being prepared for that first initial 72 hours. Now, you guys may, who have watched previous shows, know that I've had twice now Bruno Amici on here, and I extended out to him a challenge. I said, Bruno, I challenge you to bring me your disaster, your little preparedness kit, your disaster kit, whatever it is that you have. Bring it. I want to go through it. And the reason why is not because I'm just a nosy person, but I want you guys to see what it is that someone like him, who knows a lot about being prepared for a disaster, would have, because I really do believe that it would be something of value to you guys. I know it's going to help me put it together, because last time he was on and he was talking about all this stuff, but I'm just like, I don't even know where to start. Well, now I want to give that information to you. Now, there's going to be a lot of information in this show, so you can go to my website, because I'm going to dedicate for a whole page to this episode. So not only on that, just look for 72-hour preparedness. That'll be the link on my website, and then you can rewatch this program there, and you'll have an itemized list of a lot of the contents and stuff that you probably saw tonight, and you know, to help you have a checklist for your own little disaster kit. So to set the mood on this episode tonight, I want to go ahead and do a special air a little PSA. That's going to set the tone and then we're going to jump into the show. So without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and let's hit the PSA for CERT, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, and I think that kind of sets the tone. So we are having a little bit of a more serious show than normal tonight, but I just want to kind of set the tone. So without any further ado, let me bring on my guest, Mr. Bruno Amici. Bruno, welcome again.
Thanks for having me back.
Thank you for actually, being such a good sport. Because I did, that was true. I did put that I don't know, challenge to you. Yes. And I just know, you guys, on that video, you saw a gray backpack. And I am not kidding. The gray backpack you saw in that video just now, it's here.
It's right here.
It's here. It's here. I don't know if we can show that on camera because it's off to the side, but
I'll bring it here because it's relatively heavy.
There it is.
There we go.
So, Bruno, this is your backpack.
This I keep in the back of my vehicle.
You keep that in the back of your vehicle. So this is no joke, people. This is truly his own personal backpack with his which is your own personal 72-hour preparedness kit.
Exactly. So wherever I'm stuck, if I'm stuck here tonight because the earthquake happens during this show,
yes,
this should get me through the next 3 days.
There's no earthquakes during the show, though. It's just
hopefully not.
All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to slowly, piece by piece, bring out what's in there. And, the object of that is I just want to find out what's in there. Why is it important? Like, why did you make that? Why did it make the cut? Why did you choose that stuff? Because I want to give people the opportunity out there to really have a better grasp and understanding of what they can do in making their own.
Absolutely.
It's obviously important.
Absolutely. And I have to say, 90% of the stuff is stuff that you have around your house. So that's really easy to take care of.
And that was something that I really keyed in when I spoke to you last time, in that so often people are like, I don't have $300 to put this together. I'm going to have to wait. I'm going to have to wait. You got a lot of the stuff from around the house, and that was very intriguing to me. And I like to keep things fresh. I like to learn with you guys, my audience. I am with you. I'm just,
all right.
So I'm going to find out.
This is like opening the kimono a little bit.
It is.
Okay?
It is.
I put it away 6 years ago. I don't remember what's in here. Okay?
Awesome.
So we'll see.
Okay.
The first thing I'm going to say is it weighs about 40 pounds. And when I was younger, I could carry it. I would probably get something a little smaller, depending on what you can carry.
Right.
So let me set it over here and I'll open it up.
All right, we're going to start doing this. And and for you Twitter followers, as always, you can interact with me and or the show. There is the hashtag up there. It does get monitored, so feedback on the show, it's all there.
All right.
All right, first item.
First item is a roll of toilet paper.
A roll of toilet paper. So I am going to guess that every one of you guys have this in your home already.
Absolutely.
All right. Is it important for the obvious reasons?
For the obvious reason and nothing else.
Nothing else. This is what its purpose for, is the obvious reason. You have it in a Ziploc bag.
For water. In case it gets wet,
Gotcha.
the toilet paper is safe.
Because that would be a miserable thing.
That would be a horrible thing to add to an earthquake.
Okay, so you people, toilet paper.
Okay. Let's see. I have a toolkit. And in this toolkit, I have a screwdriver, 2 screwdrivers, a Phillips and a flathead, a little wrench, and a box knife.
Okay, so there you go. And that's hilarious. I have this red one myself. Dollar store?
Dollar store.
Okay.
Yep.
No joke. I really
No
do
joke.
have that. All right, so there you go. So we've got a screwdriver, your typical wrench. Just your typical items are right here. Look at that, people. Very basic. And again, too, you keep in a Ziploc bag just for
This is just to keep
neatness.
it together and
Keep it together.
Space.
And space.
Here, do that. Here is a ready candle, 115 hours. All I need is a match, and I've got light at night. I don't have to use the car battery.
Okay. This item, what if I don't have this already at home? Where would be a place or two you could find
Dollar
it?
store white candles.
Another dollar store item.
Dollar store item is great to stock this. You can stock this for $20, $30 tops.
And I'm not joking. I really am a dollar store shopper.
No, absolutely.
Seriously,
Absolutely.
people.
And
You can
I'll go
find me in
through
the dollar
more
store.
stuff here.
All right.
Yep.
So there you go. Did you see this, you guys? So there you go. So you said a white candle?
White candles,
White candles.
work great.
Work great.
Tea candles, they last about 2 to 3 hours.
Right.
They're perfect for evening to night. You can put them around to keep animals away, whatever.
And you can
they're
get a big bag of them
very cheap.
sometimes.
Yeah,
They're really cheap.
very inexpensive. A small entrenching tool.
A small, I don't think I've ever seen an
What it
entrenching
is, it's a
tool.
little shovel.
Ah,
Okay, shovel or a
there it
pick.
is.
Okay, so infantrymen would typically carry them.
there you go.
And very, very small, very compact.
This would be important. Now, what would I use this for?
Latrine, first thing.
There you
You
go.
know? If you needed to set up a tent and you need to put a post in or whatever, you're basically cutting branches and setting them up, and you're duct taping them,
Right.
right? That's why you use an entrenchment tool. You're
And
thinking
then-
about shelter.
Right. So there you go. And then you can find these all over the place, I'm sure.
Yes. Yeah, just about any sporting goods store
Sporting goods
would
store,
have
yeah.
it, camping supplies, that kind of stuff.
And I know you guys are probably like me. Every single one of you has a partially used roll of duct tape.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
I mean,
You don't need the whole 500-yard roll. All you
Right.
need is, you know,
because I noticed you don't have that much,
Nope.
but just enough. There you
yep,
go.
maybe 10 yards. Okay.
Okay.
Fire starter. In Oregon, it's wet.
Ah,
All I have to do is crumble a little bit of that on some shavings, apply a match, and it will burn. It'll burn very nicely.
okay. And I like this is like gold because I sometimes watch those crazy shows on TV, and they always need the fire starter. Now the fire starter itself, now you could probably get this up at Army surplus stores, sporting goods stores,
Basically, yep. Yep.
and
Andy and Bax probably has them.
that's right.
Okay.
Indian Backs would be another great place. And then to actually, I've never lit this before.
So you take a piece and you crumble it up and you put it along with some shavings
Mhm.
and your kindling
Uh huh.
and you light it and
Like
it
with a
just
match or
burns with a
something.
match.
Okay. So I'm
It
hoping
burns
there,
like
there should be.
crazy.
Okay, perfect.
Mhm.
So there you go, your fire starter.
And again, it's about keeping dry. It's about keeping warm. It's about keeping comfortable for those 2-3 days that you're with your vehicle before help happens.
Exactly.
Before the response
And
happens.
this is really talking about serious disaster. We're talking about the ones of the magnitude that we see, like we see on TV.
Like we
that
saw
we're-
in Chile, where the
Right, most
infrastructure was
recently.
destroyed, right?
Right.
Okay, you have no water, you have no electricity. No electricity means no heat. After the 1989 earthquake in San Francisco, it was during the 49ers game.
Right,
or-
it was.
no, whatever, the Angels.
Angels. It was the
Angels, the
Angels.
Angels.
The baseball.
And I saw a documentary from that, and people were stunned, and they asked the policeman, they said, what should we do? What should we do? And it was like 5 in the afternoon. The policeman said, go home, seek shelter, because it's going to be cold at night.
Right.
Okay, more people are going to die from cold and exposure because it's going to happen at 2 a.m. It's going to happen during a snowstorm. It's going to happen in February, right?
Right. It's
That's
not-
okay. So I have hand warmers. Okay, and again, 69 cents each.
69 cents each. They always sell these at these sell these at the dollar stores too.
So
but
and
they're
at Fred
seasonal.
Meyer's, and they
Fred
sell them
Meyer.
everywhere.
Yeah,
Yep.
they sell them everywhere. So, and how are you going to use? I mean, do you use this for the obvious reason?
Yes, just to keep your
Okay.
hands warm so you're not freezing.
So you're not
Okay.
freezing. So obvious reason.
Now,
I'm making sure you have no special.
Another obvious thing that I do is I keep the car gas tank full all the time. When it gets to half, I get it full because it's my generator, it's my source of heat, okay, and the car is going to be my source of shelter if I get stuck on the freeway somewhere.
Could you repeat that one more time for my wife?
I always keep the gas tank full. When it gets to half,
See?
I go. Okay. Something my mom taught me. Okay?
I'm a big person. Yeah, I'm the same way.
A little saucepan, camping store stuff to boil water to, heat.
All right, so boiling water to make food. Why is it so important to boil water?
To sterilize the water so you can drink it.
Because water might not come out of the faucet if the line breaks.
Water,
correct?
exactly. Water might be coming out of a stream, more
Right.
than likely.
Right.
Okay, or you're catching it,
Uh-huh.
and you need to sterilize it. So
No
you have
matter
a little
what.
fire.
No matter.
No
I mean,
matter
it's,
what.
It's Oregon. I mean, we have clear
No,
air.
no matter what. It's unfortunate.
It's
It's unfortunate, but
Okay. So sterilized water.
sterilized water. These are obviously random because I'm just kind of pulling them out of the bag.
Right.
Little hatchet, hammer, combination to
This
cut.
would be a
build.
good camping thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what you'd call this, but this is a great little multi-functional item because obviously it's got this here. It looks like you can hammer.
Yep.
And this here looks like you could do some chopping.
Yep.
So
And I'm only going to use it, 5-10 times.
Right.
So the quality is not important. I think I got this at Harbor Freight. Right.
Okay.
50 yards of nylon in case I have to build a tent or a tarp or whatever.
which makes sense. There you go. You got
Okay.
your nylon, relatively inexpensive item, and you probably might have extra rope or something around somewhere.
Sewing kit, rips, tears, putting tarps together.
Ah,
Again, real simple, inexpensive. This is most of the stuff that you'd find in an Army kit as well.
right.
Okay. First aid kit. I got this Gosh, I don't remember, but it was only like $5, $7. It's got pretty much everything you would need for cuts, bruises, headaches. I put in a toothbrush because there's nothing worse than having that gritty.
Right, right.
That's why you got to boil the water too.
There you
Because
go.
I'm finicky.
And you know what? And I'm gonna up one on your toothbrush. I see yours is right here. At the dollar store, you got the travel ones. They can be in their own little
Yes,
clip
yes,
thing.
yes, absolutely.
And then and I'm telling you, people, I appreciate you letting me go through all your
Oh,
business.
yeah.
So I'm noticing here you have what I would expect to see. You've got this for ointments and stuff for cuts and
Yeah.
bruises. And I see that you've got one thing I find that's kind of interesting is this item here, the Imodium.
Yes, because in case you get some bad water, you're going to get diarrhea.
You're gonna get
If you get diarrhea, it's going to dehydrate you.
That is so smart. I never thought about it. So I mean, I'm not. It doesn't matter what brand you use, but diarrhea medication is smart because, like you said, if you did happen to have bad water,
Yep.
that would, makes
Yep,
total sense.
Exactly. And you're not going to have access to a doctor, so you provide medical care to the extent that you're trained. So
Right.
if you can only put on a bandage, then get some alcohol, get the bandage, get some gauze. Okay. These are some black plastic bags, yard bags.
Okay.
Okay. They can be used to cover yourself. They can be used to make a small shelter. Okay. You cut them
Cover
open.
as
Okay.
a blanket.
It's a
I
small
would have
blanket.
never
Yeah.
thought of that. And everybody, this is just those typical black plastic. It's
Yep.
nothing.
All you need is two of them.
Yeah.
Again, we're talking survival for one person, right?
Gotcha.
And a little Mylar blanket, which will retain 95% of your body heat.
I've
So-
got some of these. I know that I've been seeing, so you guys, I know that a lot of times you get these kits or sometimes you go to fairs and festivals. I don't know if it's fire departments or whoever, they're always giving these things out sometimes. These, hopefully you can go through those closets and find those items because this is really good to keep you warm. Like, I think if it was snowing or a blizzard would be another good example of that. So pretty basic stuff. Now, don't forget, on my website, KevinAguilar.com, I'm going to have a special page that's going to be created dedicated to this special episode, which is going to have a somewhat itemized list. It may not be exactly item for item that you saw here tonight, but it will be very similar. So you got to go to my website, and you can kind of use that as a resource, or you can even rewatch this show because it's going to be posted there as well. Because I want you guys to have this information.
So a couple of things. First aid pocket guide.
First aid, then you got this at the American Red Cross.
American Red Cross. It's free.
It's what?
It's free.
I always like to
it's a
reemphasize-
very good price. Okay,
It's free.
it's free. And if you can get some Red Cross training, like your basic CPR and your basic first aid, they'll come in very, very handy for yourself first.
Right.
Then your significant other, then your neighbors.
Oh wow, I'm just really briefly going because I'm learning with you guys. I'm seeing it with you guys, and I'm telling you, this looks like it's got like the 100 most common things that you might come up across and what to do and how to aid it. And this was free.
And it's free. And think about during the disaster, we're not going to have an internet to rely on. That's why I have that.
I can't Google it.
You can't Google it. The mobile phone towers are going to be down. So.
That's right.
Okay. Little hand operated flashlight. Okay. Again, I think I got that at Andy and Bax. It was $4.99 or $5.99. Doesn't require doesn't require batteries.
There you go. So it doesn't require batteries, so you don't have to worry about the batteries dying on you. What a neat little device.
Yep. Again, because we live in Oregon, I have a lot of rain type stuff. I have 2 more emergency blankets if it gets really cold or if I have other people with me.
Okay.
I have a rain poncho. This was a dollar item at one of these places. A wire saw. In case, again, if I need to cut wood for firewood or if I'm trying to build a shelter.
And then this would be found maybe camping.
Any camping supply store. I got that at G.I. Joe, so that kind of tells you how old that is. A spork. Okay. Which
Right.
is great.
There you go. There it is.
Here's the meat of it. Emergency drinking water.
This is your drinking water?
Yep, that's the
Uh,
majority of it. That's what.
So it's just water in little packets?
Water in little packets. Yep.
Water in little packets.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, now I wouldn't know where to find this.
Well, this you have to order from an emergency supply place.
Okay, so this
Okay.
this might be the one little item that might be a little harder to obtain.
Hard to obtain. So
But it's the most important.
it's the most important. So
Okay.
here's what I did. 6 years ago, I put 2 big packets in.
Okay.
What I'm doing now is I'm just carrying a case of water, that I buy for $10 in
Right.
the back of my car.
Gotcha.
Okay, because this weighs probably 5 pounds a piece, so that's 10 pounds right there.
Yeah.
The other thing I'm going to carry when I repack this, I'm going to carry a filter straw that will filter down to like 0.03 nanometers, so bacteria and virus get filtered out,
Okay.
so I don't have to carry the water. But the water is the most important because you can live 3 hours without shelter in the cold.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can live 3 days without water. Okay, before your urine starts turning to molasses, basically.
Right.
You can live 3 weeks without food. Some of us can live 4 weeks without food. Okay, so some of us are going to come out of this healthier than going in.
Yeah,
okay?
exactly.
But if we don't have the water,
We're in
are
trouble.
In big trouble.
All right, and your bottled water, storing a case of that would be okay as well. Kind of like an
Absolutely.
equivalent. Okay.
Just go through it and keep it out of the sun.
Gotcha.
So yeah, basically it. This is emergency rations that, again, I got at the same place online where I got the water.
Mhm.
And they're like 3,000 calories. They're 4 bars. They don't weigh a lot, but they'll keep you going for
Right.
36 hours.
And I think
36 hours.
I know like REI, maybe Fred Meyer, all these
Mhm.
places have like the camping. You just add water and you can have food.
Yep.
What's your? Is that thumbs up?
Those are also really good. MRIs are really good.
MRIs. So
MRIs,
I know
right.
some of my veterans out. It might be a little bit going. MREs.
What's an MRI?
MRIs is a
Magnetic
scam.
resonance. Imaging.
MREs. So there, yeah.
MREs,
So
right.
our service people are probably thinking, I don't want to have to go back to that again, but it could save your life.
And again, we're talking about that 2-day, 3-day period when you've got to eat something. It's better than eating a raw squirrel.
Right, because I would
Right?
be
Or-
able to catch one.
Yeah, or a bad fish, or. All right, then. So I've got more food, more water, more emergency blankets, a vice grip, and some gloves.
All right. And this,
And let's see. And I think that's. I have one more compartment here to share with you.
then we've got some gloves and stuff. Got a
Just
couple
remember,
pairs,
You
which
know,
would make sense, if you're hauling wood, doing stuff.
Yep. Some face masks.
Okay, I wouldn't have thought to do why?
Smoke, dust. Okay, after the earthquake, if you're inside, okay, if you're outside, remember when the towers came down in
Right.
9/11?
Oh.
That cloud of smoke and dust covered everything
For
for hours.
yeah,
So
and
we-
for a huge square. I don't know how far out, but it was amazing.
So you want to
face
protect your
mask.
breathing.
Okay, so there you go. See, so I hope you guys are getting lots of useful tips. And then, like I said, don't be shy. If you're a Twitter user, you can interact right there. And of course, like I said, don't be frantically trying to write all this stuff down. I understand that
I'll
it's
get
hard.
everybody a list.
We're gonna have
Yep.
a list.
Something that people forget: reading glasses. If you remember a Twilight Zone episode where he's the last man on Earth and he's in a library, he's all happy, and he steps on his glasses. Reading glasses is important as toilet paper
For if you need them.
if you need them.
If you need them. So
Yeah.
this is like your backup pair.
Mhm.
Again, these are what, cheaters? You could probably get cheaters at the dollar
Fred
store
Meyer's,
as well. Fred Meyer.
$5, $9, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a whistle with a compass. Okay. The whistle is used in an emergency situation if you're trapped. It's
Ah.
easier than to yell for help. All right? You may be whistling for a long, long time until they get to you. So that's why you carry a whistle.
So our sound guy just
I just freaked out.
and it has a compass on it as well. So you blow for help and you got a
And why
compass.
a compass? What we learned after Katrina
Yeah.
is that all the street signs go down. Buildings go down. You don't know where you are.
Right. And you could find this somewhere.
This was in a emergency supply store online. It was like $1.99.
There you go. Inexpensive. If you Google this, you'll find it.
Survival whistle. Okay. Waterproof matches. Again, we've got the fire starter, we've got the matches.
So I was in the back of my mind, I was waiting to call you out on this because I was going to say, wait a minute, you've got no matches.
I know.
All right.
Light sticks. You snap them open, they're good for like 2-3 hours.
Okay.
Roll of quarters, okay, for emergencies, for bartering, money in. I also have about $100 in small bills. Okay, it comes in handy.
So that's actually a fascinating idea. I never thought about it, but people, if there's a major power outage, the ATM's not going to work. Your debit card will be not of value. So having that cash on hand, especially since so many of us are not usual cash people, would be handy. So think of it as special cash reserve there.
So this is really my catch-all bucket, but I have some real old water sterilization tablets. I have a lighter, again, emergency, a leave, which should be in that kit, a small pocket knife, a tampon. Now, a tampon serves two purposes, all right? One is the obvious purpose.
The obvious purpose.
Okay, the other one is it's perfect for a puncture wound. All right, you stick it in,
there you go.
and it fills up, and that's it. You just put a gauze over it.
Yeah,
you don't bleed to death.
There you go.
Some alcohol rubs, pens. I've got paper somewhere in here, and I think that's about the extent of it.
Perfect.
A small fishing kit. I'm never going to fish. I don't like fish, but everybody
3 days with no food, and that fish is going
Might
to
change
it's going to
that.
taste really good.
more matches.
More matches.
So obviously, I need to go through this. I need to repack it, and I need to get rid of the water and you know, that kind of stuff. But there's not much that will really take out. I picked this up online. This is an emergency survival handbook, and it tells you things like some of the stuff that's in the first aid pocket guide. It's got a mirror for flashing for help, and it deals with how to survive in the wilderness and so on. Because we may be stuck outside, and that's the issue.
You never know.
So, all right.
So there you guys have it. That's pretty much. I want to say first and foremost, again, thank you for bringing this to me, accepting the challenge and showing me what was in your kit. Everyone, this is a guide. It's a suggestion. So this is kind of like, you can obviously build more to it, take away everything else, but the main idea and the reason why Bruno's here helping us out is to help you be more prepared in the event of when a major emergency hits Portland. Now, did you understand? Did you hear my words clearly? Because I didn't say if, people. I said when. Am I correct?
It's a matter of time.
It's just a matter of time.
We're overdue for the big earthquake.
Yeah, and so it could be earthquake. There could be a number of different things, but this is going to help you get prepared and to help prepare your family. And it's relatively easy. And so much of this stuff, I bet you guys were thinking, I've got that at home. So fantastic. And you've got a website there. Is this your website still?
No, that's the government's website, actually.
The government website.
The government website has a list of what they want you to put in a kit, and it's very comprehensive. They have one for business as well as individuals. They've got planning guides for individuals and families and businesses. It's really a good put-together website.
So I'll have a link on that special page too. And then the CERT, really quick. Are you still with CERT?
I am transferring to NET, which is Portland's Network Emergency Teams, because I just moved to Portland, downtown Portland.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to Portland.
Yeah, I'm very happy to be here.
You thought I forgot.
Oh, yeah? Good. Okay.
All right. Well, there you have it, everybody. That's another episode of The Kevin Show. I want to thank you guys all for tuning in. And again, I want to thank my guests.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. Mr. Bruno Amici for coming in, getting us prepared for when disaster strikes. So this will be actually a heavily played episode. You'll be able to catch this episode several times. So check your local listings on tvctv.com. Thank you guys. Thank you, TVC TV, for the services. Thank you guys for viewing, because without you, there'd be no show. Take care, everybody. Good night.
Nice.
Awesome.
Awesome.